Hey guys, it is a rather frazzled and burnt Unclejona here, drinking some beers with you, and I'm doing another one from my lovely friends in my previous job that they got me. This one is the Foundryman's Gold, and again, this is from the Foundry Brewery. Look at the label, it's quite nice, traditional colours. You've even got the Foundry guy, you've got the Kent logo. It all looks really good. Golden ale. 4.0% on the ABV. And if we turn here and it will focus, it says their favourite hop is Cascade. And they put some Magnum in there too. And it's Marisota and crystal malts, which is cool. And they even list Kentish water on here, traditional Kentish water, but you're putting American hops, Cascade. What's wrong with these Kent Goldings? Anyway, let's dive into this bad boy. Oh, no hiss on that bad boy. Hopefully this beer's okay. I've got a tankard today, which is always good. This is a golden ale. Now, when I think golden ale, my memory always goes back to years ago when a really nice beer, is that gonna zoom in on my face, came out called Hopback Summer Lightning. And me and my good buddy Jim went to his local in Surrey, and they were like, "Hey, you should try this one. This is new. Golden Summer Ale, it was called. It's a fantastic beer." So, we're getting citrus, kind of getting a little bit of peachiness off there too. Maybe tiny bit of lemony type, or lemon balm, that type of stuff. And a tiny bit of orange too. It also smells sweet, so we will see what we get. But yeah, crystal malt does add a tiny bit of kind of sweetness to things. Cheers and beers, guys. Don't know about you, but yeah, it was a back garden affair today. Got not much else to do at the moment, but yeah, times are changing. When the sun's in the sky, it's hard to complain about things. Eh? Cheers and beers, guys. Oh, ooh, nice hot bitterness. And that bitterness continues. I was expecting it to be a little bit sweeter, to be perfectly honest, but it is, yeah, it's quite dry, which is interesting. Maybe because it's a 4% beer, obviously on the low side. It's kind of a session type beer that you have, you know, a few pints of this out in the pub garden of an evening and still be able to hold a conversation, still be able to walk home. No worries. Oh, yeah, resinous hot bitterness is proper there. I suspect, even though that the yeah, even though Cascade you can use as a dual hop, I wouldn't be surprised if they use the Magnum primarily for the upfront hops, the initial hops, uh, the first hoppings, shall we say, and maybe the Cascade in slightly later on. I didn't do my usual look at the beer, didn't I? So lovely and clear. I should have done that first. Not much head to speak of. You can see me through there. Lovely crystal clear beer, bright as they call it. I was so eager to drink this one, I forgot all the initial steps. I forgot what I was doing. And I've only had one other beer today, so hey. Ooh, this is surprisingly, yeah, surprisingly bitter. So I think quite a lot of hops have gone into this. It does taste a little bit watery. So I'm getting, yeah, a lot of bitterness. So it is a thirst quenching beer. Brilliant. But if you're using Cascade, you want to do, you know, the full hog, I guess. Or perhaps they've used UK grown Cascade, which maybe isn't as hoppy, isn't as resinous, isn't as aromatic. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I can't get my words out today. But this is a proper traditional pint. I remember having very, very many of these type beers when I was sort of 19, 20, early 20s kind of thing, when I first started drinking, and I was drinking a lot. Back in those days, we used to, there wasn't, there wasn't a sort of IPA in the same way that there isn't now, and then there wasn't any American IPA. So yeah, we used to drink quite weak beer, but lots of it. And I think my record of all time, I think I was about 19, 20-ish. And me and my other friend, James, not the other Jim, I had two friends called James. One I was called Jim and the other one I called James. Anyway, don't know. And we hit 20, I think we had 23, 22, 23 pints. We started at like, well, we walked in the pub as the pub opened. So about 11 o'clock in the morning in the UK. And we were out till about 2 o'clock because we went to nightclub after the pubs closed. Yeah, staggering home. But yeah, I think we hit 20 pints. Not all of them completely drunk. We, you know, if you're in a rush, you don't neck the whole thing and neck it dry. But 20 pints, Jesus Christ, I can't get anywhere near. I couldn't even get near 10 pints these days. But this is the kind of beer that we would have been drinking. Golden, but quite light. Yeah, an interesting kind of lemony kind of thing, which isn't usual. Yeah, with Cascade. So it might be the Magnum, or it's a different version of the Cascade. So there we go. That is the Foundryman's Gold. That was from the Foundry Brewery in Canterbury, Canterbury in Kent, that is. Um, I rate this as a good one. I don't necessarily drink the same sort of beers as I used to drink when I was a younger man. Um, but I think that's mainly because there are a lot more really decent beers and decent pubs, especially if you're in Kent. If you come down to Kent, and if you come down to the Island of Death, Thanatos, which is where I live, it's the capital, or East Kent, I should say, is the capital of the micro pubs. So we've got within from my house within a mile, I've probably got 9 or 10 micropubs, each of them having, well, one of them's a brew pub, so it brews its own beer, but all the other ones have amazingly good beer that you will never find anywhere else. Yeah, and yeah, it's an absolute joy to live in this area, really is. Um, yeah, Chamon to East Kent. Anyway, I've started talking complete nonsense as I have the propensity to do. Um, anyway, this has been Uncle Jonah. If you've liked this video, click like down below. It really does make a difference. If you've got this far in, you're either drunk or you're drinking. So Chamon to you guys. I am without gainful employment at the moment. So if you've got anything you would like me to do, anything you want me to review, any kind of something slightly different, please let me know. Put some comments down below and I will do my best to facilitate, because yeah, I'm trying to get back into my kind of vlogging and stuff, and at the moment I'm just sitting upstairs and it's a little bit boring up here, to be honest. So I'm definitely thinking about doing some outside broadcasts, as they say. um, but yeah, if you've got any ideas or any places you want me to go, any kind of reviews you want me to do, please let me know and I will do my best. Hey, because yeah, your ideas kind of help me with what I do. So, shalom. Um, this has been Uncle Jonah, as I say, drinking beer so you don't have to, or so you do have to. And if you're ever in Canterbury, do seek out the Foundry Brew House, I believe it is, or Brew Pub. Really cool place, and they do some really nice food too. And yeah, you might bump into some of my old muckers from my old work. Cheers and beers, guys. We'll see you real soon.